Sabihin mo sa ating mga kababayan na hindi nakakamit ang kalayaan sa pag-aaruga sa kanilang mga mahal sa buhay. Kailangan nilang magbayad.
Hi, I'm Benjamin Padero, and I'm the production designer.
And I'm Carlo Tabihe, I'm the costume designer.
When working in a film like Heneral, especially that it is a historical movie, we had to look at the historical aspect of it, which is the driving force of the design. So anything and everything in the film should be, if possible, historically accurate.
For costume design, we'll situate everything historically in costumes. Pero for storytelling-wise, artistic inputs were also provided.
Saan galing to?
Mga bagong uniforme po, galing kay Heneral Luna.
Anong bagong uniforme? May uniforme na tayo.
Pinag-isa po ni Heneral Luna ang disenyo para magkaisa po ang kilusan.
Kung makikinig sa hambog na yun.
Pinag-utos din po ito ni Presidente Aguinaldo.
It is a dream for a production designer to do a historical movie. So we jumped at the chance, at the opportunity, but we would never have imagined what we just went through with Heneral. This would be our first historical movie. So we prepared double than our normal design process. We started early, we started researching, we tried to get the best people in the team. We have to be prepared. You had to be historically accurate, but then you have to put in a little bit of creative license as well because you are doing a movie. The whole challenge of the movie was the best part of it. It has pushed us to go beyond what we normally do.
Aside from having historical advisors, we also did our research. We went to museums, even Heneral Luna's house in Manila, and libraries, just to verify everything in terms of design and the authenticity of it.
We started off looking around the locations where, if possible, the historical events happened. And then we started to look at other locations that we would probably stage all these events.
Ito yung posisyon ng mas malaking pagtataguan ng mga sundalo.
When we were shooting the Philippine-American War scenes, we had historical photos as a guide, as a reference to all those scenes. What kind of terrain the first Philo-American War was located in, and putting that on a location that is plain rice fields with no mountains behind it, or what kind of horses we had to put the army in, and the kind of trenches that the Philippine Army actually developed during the time of Antonio Luna.
When it comes to costumes, definitely we need a lot of things manufactured kasi nga we can't find them ready-made. So based on photos, we did research on how certain fabrics, like for example, the uniforms of our soldiers, on how they fall on the body. We had our buttons fabricated, especially for those our leads na makikita talaga yung details from down to the buttons, the cut, the fit of the clothing, and the uniforms.
There were a lot of big setups that we did in the film. One would be the train sequence that we did. I had to build a portion of a train. I sketched it out first, and then how I envisioned it is actually how it was in the actual scene, which I'm happy about.
Inutil! Hindi tayo mamamasyal!
The other one that we did a lot of planning for was the flashback sequence. So we were trying to show how the childhood of Antonio Luna was in a matter of a few seconds over a voiceover monologue of Mom. We played around the idea of staging it in one take. So that would mean that I had to find a way also to stage my sets. That they would be laid out, that we would see everything in one take, from early 1800s all the way to the present day. Something that people might think that we did with a lot of computer graphics, but actually much of the shot was live.
Yeah.
$2,000?
Apat.
Apat?
This scene we shot in Teresa, I think it's a recruitment scene by the general. 500 extras, I think, mixed soldiers and civilians. So that was quite difficult logistics-wise. And then aside from having them in costumes, of course, we need to situate some of the costumes, the uniforms. They need to look used on the scene. The more challenging scene in terms of costuming, I think, would be the party scene, wherein everyone is dressed to the nines. And there are the ilustrados, the soldiers, all at the same time, in their barotsaya and all their finery. To get it right, actually, we had resource persons like Patis Tesoro.
Here, you must have detalye, the round, here goes around of the case.
Ask her, aside from how they would wear it, and how they would behave in those costumes. The best part of doing Luna is working with a lot of creative people, from our director to our scriptwriter to our consultants, down to our team, which are who are very, very hardworking.
However intimate the movie can look, there was a lot of work behind it just to get things right. On a whole, that would be one of the greatest things working on Heneral.
Si Luna ang pinakamahusay kong general.
Mga kapatid, mayroon tayong mas malaking kaaway kaysa mga Amerikano. Ang ating sarili.